Life in the modern world is more stressful than it has ever been. Between work pressures, relationship issues, financial worries, and just the overwhelming amount of news and information we're bombarded with daily, it's easy to feel distracted, overwhelmed, and mentally exhausted. It seems like there are a million things pulling at our attention all at once, and sometimes it can feel like we're just reacting to everything instead of actually living with intention and peace. But what if the key to finding focus and inner calm in this chaos is to look back to the wisdom of the past? What if the answers we seek have been around for centuries, waiting for us to rediscover them? Welcome back to our channel, where today we're diving into the timeless teachings of Stoicism. We'll be breaking down 7 core Stoic principles that can help you navigate the chaos of modern life with more clarity, strength, and peace of mind, whether you're a seasoned Stoic or new to its teachings. We hope this video will serve as a reminder of the power these ancient philosophies hold to transform our lives today. So let us dive in and uncover the secrets to a more focused and fulfilling life through Stoic wisdom. 1. Focus on what you can control. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the countless things that are beyond our control. The global economy, political tensions, the actions of others. But according to Stoic philosophy, dwelling on these things is a sure path to unhappiness and distraction. Instead, Stoics practice a form of mindfulness that helps them focus on what they can control, such as their thoughts, actions, and reactions. This principle is beautifully illustrated by the Serenity prayer, which teaches us to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference. By embracing this mindset, you can free yourself from the shackles of worry and anxiety and redirect your energy toward what truly matters. This doesn't mean ignoring the problems or challenges around you, but rather choosing to focus your attention and efforts on the things that you have the power to influence. Remember, true peace of mind comes not from the absence of problems, but from the freedom to choose how you respond to them. 2. Let go of the need for everything to make sense. In a world that values certainty and predictability, it can be unsettling when things don't make sense or when plans fall through. But the Stoics remind us that life is inherently unpredictable, and trying to force everything into a neat little narrative is futile and often leads to unnecessary suffering. Epicurus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will have a tranquil life." Instead of clinging to the need for everything to make sense, embrace the beauty of uncertainty and the freedom it offers. Let go of the need to have all the answers and instead focus on living in the present moment. Trust in the natural order of the universe and have faith that things will unfold as they should. When you release the burden of needing everything to make sense, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and inner peace. 3. Don't be afraid of being misunderstood. In a society that often values fitting in and being liked, it can be challenging to embrace our uniqueness and speak our truth. But the Stoics encourage us to be unapologetically ourselves, without the need for external validation. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "When you rise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Similarly, he said, "You could stop living right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words serve as a powerful reminder that our time here is limited, and we shouldn't waste it trying to be something we are not. So don't be afraid to embrace your individuality and let your unique light shine. You may not always be understood, but that doesn't make you any less valuable. In fact, it's precisely your differences that make you so special. 4. Embrace discomfort. In our fast-paced, instant gratification world, it's easy to shy away from discomfort and challenge. But the Stoics teach us that embracing discomfort and difficulty is crucial for growth and resilience. As Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The obstacle is the path." By willingly stepping into uncomfortable situations, we build our resilience and discover new strengths within ourselves. It's in these moments of challenge that we learn to adapt, overcome, and emerge stronger than before. For example, practicing a cold shower every morning can train our body and mind to become more resilient to stress and adversity. Similarly, setting short-term goals for ourselves can help us develop discipline and focus, allowing us to tackle larger challenges with greater ease. By embracing discomfort and incorporating it into our daily lives, we pave the way for personal growth and self-discovery. Number 5. Practice gratitude. In a world that often focuses on what we lack or what we haven't achieved, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of gratitude for the abundance that already exists in our lives. The Stoics recognized the power of gratitude in transforming our perspective and enhancing our overall well-being. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you rise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." By taking a moment each day to reflect on the blessings we've been bestowed with, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a deeper sense of contentment and peace. This simple practice can help us reframe challenges, find joy in the present moment, and cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset. 6. Remember that most things are not as important as you think. In the midst of life's chaos, it's easy to get caught up in the urgency of every notification, email, and task that crosses our path. However, the Stoics remind us that most things are not as important as they seem, and that true peace comes from recognizing this fact. Epicurus wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." By letting go of our insatiable desire for more, whether it be material possessions, social status, or fleeting pleasures, we free ourselves from the burden of constantly chasing after happiness. Instead, we can find contentment in the present moment and appreciate the abundance that already exists in our lives. When we realize that most things are not as important as we think, we open ourselves up to a world of inner peace and tranquility. 7. Use reason to guide your emotions. In today's world, it's easy to let our emotions rule our lives, whether it's the fear of missing out, the pressure to succeed, or the urge to lash out in frustration. But the Stoics teach us that our emotions are not our masters, but rather our servants. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The emotion that can be controlled is a sign of true courage." By learning to use reason as a guiding force, we can harness our emotions to serve us rather than the other way around. This means taking the time to reflect on our emotional state and considering how our feelings may be affecting our decisions and interactions with others. It also involves developing habits that promote emotional well-being, such as meditation, journaling, and spending time in nature. By cultivating a mindset that values reason over raw emotions, we can navigate life with greater clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. As we wrap up our discussion on these 7 powerful Stoic principles, we invite you to embrace the timeless wisdom they offer and apply it to your life starting today. By focusing on what you can control, letting go of the need for everything to make sense, not being afraid of being misunderstood, embracing discomfort, practicing gratitude, remembering that most things are not as important as you think, and using reason to guide your emotions, you can cultivate inner peace, strength, and clarity amidst the chaos of modern life. Remember, the Stoics believed that happiness and fulfillment could only be achieved by living in harmony with nature and embracing the ups and downs of life with serenity and grace. By following these principles, you'll be well on your way to discovering the transformative power of Stoic philosophy. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth, and we look forward to sharing more insights with you in our next video.